Tjena och varmt välkommen till HFV. Welcome to HFV everyone. We are back in Sweden, of course. It's been now 2 years of content creating in this beautiful country, starting back on the 28th of October 2021 with IFK Göteborg against Djurgården. 36 vlogs altogether, believe it or not. Check the Sweden playlist for them, link one in description. Swedish top flight Allsvenskan is approaching its end this year. We have around 28 games today, and after that only 2 rounds are left. Today's game is between a team having 12 appearances on the channel before, IFK Göteborg, and their rivals from nearby Borås, having 6 videos on HFV, ELFSBORG. I was lucky to be there at their previous fixture this summer in Borås, linked to below for the content. Today's home team IFK Göteborg have a drought of league titles for a decade and a half, having won their last SM Guld in 2007. ELFSBORG's latest league title dates back to 2012, and 11 years later they are pretty close to winning it again. IFK Göteborg were the record champions of Sweden until Malmö acquired basically every second league title in the 2010s. Same what IFK Göteborg did in the 90s, they are second on the Swedish rankings with 18 league titles. To this day, the only team in the country to have European titles, UEFA Cups 1982 and 1987. It's probably going to stay like that as well, because we all know the direction football as a business is heading. That's why I'm here, by the way. Allsvenskan, the purest league in Europe, preserving the original values. Being in Västra Götaland on the west coast of Sweden, this game is also called the Western Derby, in Swedish Västderby. But the supporters of the Gothenburg Giants don't really consider it as a derby, as they already have 2 of those in their city. ELFSBORG supporters, being from a significantly smaller city, Borås, lack a local rival except third-tier Nordby IF. So they're a bit more keen on describing this fixture as a derby. They won against IFK all the time recently. The last Göteborg victory against ELFSBORG in the league dates back to April 2019. A disastrous season for IFK Göteborg this year. It's not uncommon to have traditional sides struggling in Allsvenskan, but this season it went worse than foreseen, with the club being in real danger of relegation for most of the season. And they are still not saved. Their previous coach, Mikael Stara, was sacked after the cup group stage exit. After that, 2 interim coaches were managing the team for the first 11 rounds, so 1/3 of the season. They finally appointed Jens Asku in June, who also started with only 3 points in 5 games. But then, starting with a victory against Djurgården in August, link 3 in description for the video by the way, they went on a run of 7 unbeaten games, getting 17 points, more than the half of their current total. Their form dropped again after club legend and captain Marcus Berg was forced into retirement because of back problems. IFK lost in Berg's farewell game against Sirius, and after that away against Värnamo, and that's the reason why they are not safe from relegation yet. ELFSBORG and Malmö have a sweaty race for the title this year. It's really exciting, and ELFSBORG were also leading the table before this round started. What you see on the screen now is the table on this match day, with 12 out of 16 teams having already played. Malmö as well, who won. It's ELFSBORG's turn to step back to the top of the table if they can get an away win today. We are closing in on a sick finale in the league, with Malmö and ELFSBORG playing each other in the last round. You see ELFSBORG's solid results on screen now, and this fruitful performance comes from a long-term project. Head of that project is of course coach Jimmy Tellin, who has the faith of the ELFSBORG board for the 6th consecutive season. It went pretty south for ELFSBORG last season, but they didn't sack him, they trusted the process, and that might mean the 7th league title for them. As always, I'm absolutely stoked to be back in Gamla Ullevi. What most Swedes watching this channel know about me, that I do have a bias in Sweden for today's home team, IFK Göteborg. But above all, I'm an enthusiast of Swedish football, creating content about various clubs here with educational purposes and neutral analysis, so people seem to be fine with me wearing blue and white occasionally. Okay, pretty long preview, high time to go. Give me a score prediction for today and who will score the goals.
2-1 to Blåvitt. 2-1 to Blåvitt, and abnormal calling. I think 2-1 to Blåvitt.
banter starts already. 30 minutes. IFK Göteborg on the right side are telling that you have the same supporters on the level as BK Häcken from Göteborg, who got mocked by not having an as fierce support, and on the other side Blåvitt åker ut. That means that Blåvitt is going to be relegated, and we still have a chance for that, so there is banter on both sides actually. Solomon's 7th minute, what a goal that would have been. He just took it on from distance, and what a great shot it was. nuts after the first third of the first half. Literally every 30 seconds something happens on the pitch. Player's hand was literally up here and the ref somehow didn't see it. Guys, you know I'm not neutral, but I think that was a clear handball. We are in the 24th minute. Minutes gone, and this game so far is pure top sheet housery, I can tell you. Now the ELFSBORG player threw the ball back, or took the ball with him back on the field to now you see again the crowd is going nuts. 5 in the back between Blåvitt's left back Oscar Wendt and the ELFSBORG winger, and what the home crowd thought was questionable. The ELFSBORG player won the fight crossed, and after that a great shot near the far post, and ELFSBORG take the lead by their so-called Maradona per Frick in the 33rd minute. Muccioli with the skills meanwhile. Player run through the Blåvitt bench, and then it's Jens Asko eventually, who was furious about this. It's him eventually who gets the yellow card. Oh my god, this game is literally nuts, and I don't think it's fair, but you guys tell me. Interesting first half with a lot of occasions which gave you the urge to just shout. Did that myself, obviously that's not on tape, you're not gonna see that one. Lots of race in the play, lots of fouls. We got 6 additional minutes eventually, but it actually might even have been more when there was no play, but a player lying on a field or something. The goal was controversial after a 1-against-1 here in the back
on the left side of Blåvitt, but I think it could be let on that one. But there were quite many controversial decisions. If that penalty is given for Blåvitt, which was a clear handball in my opinion, but feel free to educate me absolutely. That we have a totally different game. Obviously, it's hard to talk now, so sorry for that. Hard to put together the English sentences because I'm pretty. Because I've gone some days without proper sleep. But anyway, I think there is the potential in both teams for ELFSBORG to score more and for Blåvitt to get at least a goal or even maybe two to turn it around. But ELFSBORG are really clever. They have been throughout this whole season. Obviously, they need the 3 points today desperately, and they're gonna do everything for it. Obviously, what I noticed, and it might be a problem now as well, the sound quality, because I don't have a wind shield on my microphone, and that could actually be a problem. Because yeah, I don't know, guys. I'll go on soon, but I think the sound quality might be terrible even now after that first half, because when the wind blows the microphone, the sound quality is over. Anyway, looking forward to the second half. Let's start it.
A short service announcement before we continue. Traveling to create football content is incredibly special, but it takes up a lot of time, effort and money. Please support my work by sending thanks below the video with an amount you choose, or via the channel's Patreon page you see on screen and in the description. If you don't have the intention of sending money, please support HFV with a like, a share and a subscribe on the journey of creating educational football content. Thank you very much for your help, and a special shout out to my hosts. If you're a teenager, you just ignore what I said and spend the amount on yourself, same what I did at your age. Don't forget to check out the channel's social media either. Let's carry on.
Blåvitt's basically only hope now. Asri Selmani on the field with Marcus Berg retiring. He's the only proper finisher by position in the blue and white team. The equalizer is there after Selmani's cross. It looked like an own goal, but apparently it's Nurlin in the 75th minute it was, 76th, something like that. He wasn't necessarily in the game, which was sort of sleeping the play itself in the recent minutes, but delighted to get the equalizer. Shithousery on the field is ongoing, and I bet the sound quality is still terrible because of the wind. Oh, look at that. Now it's definitely going to be a bit more urgent for ELFSBORG, you can be sure of that. title contenders in the lead again. 83rd minute, the ball got a swing after being shot. Blåvitt lost the ball in about the middle of the park on their own half. And ELFSBORG used that possibility cruelly. It wasn't the best shot, but as mentioned, it took a bit of curve in the wind, but it could get behind Dahlberg. I think for that reason, 17,228 in the stadium today. That's almost full house out of 18,400, so that's pretty decent for a traditional club. No penalty, meanwhile, for a traditional club battling relegation. Hats off, as always. Time wasting from ELFSBORG. We are in the 95th minute. That means theoretically less than 1 minute and a half remaining from additional time. And if Sebastian Eriksson goes there, you know it's not gonna end well. Seb, just don't go there because we know you. That's why we love you, but don't go there. These people going home, I honestly wish you missed out on something happening late in the game in the future. You just can't do that to your team, which has so passionate supporters anyway. Just don't go home even if your team is losing. It's not the moral. Oh, wasn't that handball? Perhaps says no, of course. So it's not the moral team any team in Sweden should have. Oh man. These colors do not deserve to go home before the final whistle. No. Obviously not the team being booed by the referees. Blåvitt put up a great fight once again, but with these results I'm gonna be here at the game obviously next week against IFK, and man, it's gonna be carnage. After last year's 1-3, where actually ELFSBORG were in a terrible form, they were like really low on the table, and they still won against IFK Göteborg 1-3. Now you have to give credit where credit is due, and they were really smart. And Jimmy Tellen is building up a legacy here, especially if they get the SM Guld, the gold medal of Allsvenskan.
First of all, apologies for the sound quality. The wind basically ruined it. It's such an amateur mistake from me. I'm so sorry that I didn't have the suitable equipment for it. ELFSBORG back at the top of the table, but this one was a very controversial game, my opinion, after watching the highlights. A 13th minute situation when ELFSBORG defender Ibrahim stepped on EFK midfielder Turdarson's knee ended with the EFK player having a yellow, instead of the ELFSBORG player arguably rightfully getting a red, and the referee even admitted his mistake after the game. One which definitely turned out to be decisive. The home supporters' current opinion is that they had to face 12 players instead of 10. Honestly, I can't really share controversial opinions because that would make the content look unprofessional. Don't think I would be complaining if it would have happened the other way around. But I'd really love to read your take on it. Please share your opinion in the comment section below. ELFSBORG knew how to win this game. The referee mistakes are not their fault. They won the title, obviously. They wanted to make their supporters joyous, and they succeeded with that. Congratulations. A spectacular sailor tifo from Kommando Bruggan. Thank you very much for your outstanding efforts, guys. If you're new, a warm welcome to the channel. If you're back, then thank you very much for spending time once again on HFV. I hope you like the content despite the really uncomfortable sound quality. Sorry for that once again. If by any chance you still liked it, join me on social media. You can see all the possibilities on screen, and we see each other next week in another Allsvenskan game. Take care, guys. Goodbye.